All right, here we are tonight doing a live discussion of the 1985 classic Commando. Let off some stream. So, yeah, I figured tonight, talk about Commando for a little bit, as well as, if anybody wants to, ask a question or, what have you, have some fun, talking about this movie. But, also take, random questions too. Uh, And if whoever wants to jump in, join, let me know. I'm not going to go for a long time tonight because I have to get up early tomorrow. But hey, DJ, what's up, man? DJ in the house. Doing good. Doing good. Just kicked off the stream here. And, tonight I'll talk about, Commando for a little bit, as well as, tackling questions, random questions, what have you. Uh, but how are you doing, DJ? And right now we got three people watching. Uh, like I said, I think I'll be joined with, a couple of people here soon. Um, but whoever wants to jump in, I'll go for a little bit tonight. That's good. Yeah. So, like I said, I'll be going out of town uh, this coming weekend. I'm gonna try to put out some videos between now and then, like my reviews for Raw Deal, Predator, and I will do something for Predator. Maybe like another like a discussion like this. I thought about doing that for Predator when I get to that. Life is good. Birthday is tomorrow. I'm not going to do anything tomorrow besides work, but um, but I'm feeling better. Uh, so yeah, this coming weekend, going out of town. Yeah, I was just talking about before I leave for going out of town. I'm gonna try to get some videos out there, reviews for Raw Deal, Predator, and maybe do a Predator discussion. Thought about doing that. Uh, maybe like this. So that'd be cool to talk about and discuss. Talk about Predator, like a group chat, group discussion. When did I first watch and discover the movie? Well, uh, I will say because of YouTube, because of guys like Matt, Mike, uh, Wild Man Beyond. That's how I discovered Commando. Really, so maybe I first watched it like trying to think the first time I watched it. Maybe probably around the time I started on YouTube, which was probably back in '08. Even though I've had this channel for maybe what 4 years. But I would say, yeah, because of guys like Matt and even Fabio, Wild Man Beyond, uh, some of my good friends up here, that's how I discovered Commando. Stranger Boy, what's up? Yeah, Raw Deal, I liked it. I mean, I liked Raw Deal. I'll get more into that when I talk about and review that movie. But I did like it. Um, like I said, you know, I watched it today, and then after that, I watched Predator to freshen up on that when I do review the movie. Right now, for videos, I mean, I'm gonna try to review Raw Deal Tuesday, then do Predator Wednesday, and then Thursday do a Predator discussion. So that's the game plan right now. Um, but yeah, Predator is great to watch again. And like I said, I watched Raw Deal earlier today. So right now I'm sort of gathering my notes for when I due to those reviews. But what about you, DJ? How did you discover Commando? Or do you remember the first time you watched it? And by the way, I know there's only one person watching right now. Uh, for those who, again, who would like to jump in, I'm waiting on a couple of people. So, yeah, let me know and I will send you an invite. I'm only going to go for a little bit tonight because, I have to go to bed at a decent time. But I figured, why not do a discussion of Commando here? Arnold says he wants Paramount to fast track into the Terminator. No. After Dark Fate, Dark Fart, um, really Genesis. When Genesis came about, I was done. Dark Fate pissed me off. No more Terminator, please. Hello, Flash Flex. How's it going, man? No more Terminator, though. I'm done with Terminator. And the franchise needs to be terminated, really. Thoughts on Alyssa Milano? Well, I mean, I liked her in the film. Uh, I don't know about real life, but I thought she was good in the film as Jenny, the daughter of John Matrix, and she didn't bother me. I mean, she wasn't annoying, um, so I didn't mind her in the movie. Where would you put Commando in Arnold Schwarzenegger ranking? You mean like favorite movies? I would have to put it at like number two. Actually, my favorite Arnold film has to be, I would say Predator is my favorite. And I know I'm sort of giving that away. And I haven't even done a top 10 yet. But I would say Predator is my favorite. Like maybe a while back I said Commando was my favorite, but now it's Predator, then Commando. So Commando is in my top three. What happened to John Matrix? John Matrix's wife? I'm not sure. Yeah, like I said, definitely my top three. Taken or Commando? I have to go with Commando, but Taken's great too. And how do you think, for people that are watching so far, I know there's only a few. How do you think a sequel would have turned out? Maybe like, what kind of time frame could there have been a sequel? Maybe like what year could that have come out? I know there was talks of a sequel, and I maybe when Matt jumps in here, I think Studio Red Band's going to come in here in a little bit. I think maybe I'll ask him a little bit more about that as far as information. But Commando 2 would have been great. Can you imagine that, like, if it had came out back in 89, perhaps, you know, I know at that time, because Arnold was probably busy filming, Total Recall and Kindergarten Cop. But I don't know. I think that, Commando 2 would have worked. Uh, like if it came out back in 89, maybe 89, maybe 90. So there you go. You would have had Commando 2, Kindergarten Cop, and Total Recall came out the same year. Hard Target or Commando? I got to go with Commando still. Is Belly the Beast based on Commando? Well, I'm sure they probably stole a little bit from Commando. Commando 2 should have come out in 91. Now, can you imagine that? Like if Commando 2 and T2 the same year? Yeah, Commando 2 could have worked in 1990. I mean, they could have done that. I mean, if Jim Carrey can have three movies come out in one year, like back in 94, why can't Arnold? I mean, 1990, think about it. Total Recall, Kindergarten Cop, big hits. I think both movies cracked the top 10 of that year. So I think Commando 2 would have been perfect. Like a trifecta of big Arnold hits. Your top four. Shut up. I was talking to my computer. Made a little noise. Top four Arnold flicks: Predator, End of Days, Commando, and Jing All the Way. That's a great top four. Yeah, I mean, it could have, I mean, Commando works on its own too. It's a great movie. It's a great action classic. And even though we didn't get the sequel that, if anything, maybe you should have gotten at least one sequel. But it's still a great movie. It works on its own. And so, yeah, but it would have been great. Worst Arnold performance, I have to go with, I for a while I would say Mr. Freeze. I got to go with Terminator Genesis. It's got to be Terminator Genesis or Dark Fate. Yeah, Sully's Revenge. Yeah, like Sully would come back as a zombie or something. The worst Arnold sequels. Well, he didn't. Other than T2, I don't think he did a lot of sequels. Well, I mean, Genesis you could throw in there, but really you didn't need any more Terminator after the second film. That's what I've heard before, but I've also heard different. I mean, like, I don't know, or is that a rumor? Maybe somebody can elaborate more on that. I've heard that before, but I also have been told that that wasn't true or it wasn't the case. Any favorite comedian supporting cast in Schwarzenegger film? I mean, supporting cast, I could say like, you know, comedian supporting cast. Maybe like the kids in Kindergarten Cop, or you could mention DeVito and Twins. I mean, well, I mean Sinbad. I mean, he played off Sinbad, Engine All the Way. Uh, they were great together. They had great chemistry. Yeah, T3 sucks. Not a good movie. Yeah, I would say that. I would say that his worst sequels are Genesis and Dark Fate. T3 is an Oscar. That's an Oscar winner compared to those movies. Really, but yeah, I mean, like, go back to Commando 2 for a second. Would have been interesting uh, to see. What if it came out back in, let's say 89, 90. But let's see here. The director of Terminator Genesis is director of. Oh, yeah, I did hear about that. Yeah, I know Fabio did his review, um, of that film. The same director. I didn't like. Totally forgot about that. Yeah, exactly. They were so bad that I forgot about them. See, why couldn't we? We could get five Terminator films, which T3, Genesis, and Dark Fate sucked, but we could not. We could never get a sequel to Commando, or a sequel to True Lies. Yeah, he also directed that. Yeah, who remembers Thor: The Dark World? Have I seen Maggie with Arnold? No, I haven't. I do have the film, but I haven't seen the film yet. But I will review that at some point. Not sure if True Lies sequel would work. Schwarzenegger's worst movie is Killing Gunther. Yeah, I have that as well, and I will be watching that at some point. So I don't look forward to that. I've heard a lot of bad things about that movie. Terminator Salvation, it's okay. I mean, I don't know if I'll watch that again. I don't know if that'll be part of the slate of films I'm going to review, but we'll see what happens. I mean, it's still a Terminator film, but maybe I will review it. Yeah, I did hear about that. I heard there was a sequel. I'm good on that with Larry the Cable Guy. Suck my jingle balls. Talking about the movie. Collateral Damage or True Lies. I got to go with True Lies, but Collateral Damage is underrated. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I heard. I have not seen them, and I'm just good. I'm good on Escape Plan sequels. I will watch the first Escape Plan, but uh, I'm not watching the sequels. And it looks like Matt is about to join up here in a couple of minutes. Studio Red Band. But let me see here. Send him a link. And like I said, for anyone else who wants to join in tonight, let me know. Would Expendables films be part of the marathon? Perhaps. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Maybe I don't know. I have to. I'll see. Yeah, Collateral Damage is underrated. I remember seeing that in theaters back in February of 02. Because I remember it was supposed to come out like in September of 01, and then because of 9/11, it got postponed. But I do remember seeing that when it came out. Yeah, Kindergarten Cop had a sequel. Unfortunately, I know it's with Dolph Lundgren. I haven't seen it, but I've heard about it. But yeah, I'm trying to get Studio Red Band in here. All right, so going back to Commando for a second. Yeah, Escape Plan, it was disappointing. I agree. Yeah, it was delayed because of 9/11. Best directed film Arnold has been in? Probably Predator. The worst Commando scenes? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I could say there's really any bad scenes in the film. But all right, so Studio Red Band's about to join up for this discussion of Commando. Here we go. Here's Matt Thomas. Hey.
Hey, guys. What's up?
I was just answering some questions, like Arnold related questions. Talking about Commando a little bit. But actually, I was talking about a sequel. Like, I know. Well, let me address this first.
Mhm.
Because I want to. Now, is it true, this comment here? I know there's always been the
Die Hard was originally intended to be a sequel to Commando. No.
What's the story behind that?
That was, I don't want to say it's mainly the first act, but it was like a half first act, half second act. They only talk about the building like I'd say maybe the first half of the movie.
Okay.
Even if, but I think what Jack told me it was that wasn't true.
Shout out to Jack Raven.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that you have read some material relating to the sequel to Commando that was going to be worked on. Like, do you remember like certain highlights from that? Or
yeah, my favorite is there's a I'll get to that. My favorite was the when they go to a nightclub, him and the girl from Commando 1, who's his lawyer in this one, Ray Don
Yeah.
Chong's daughter, and he gets in a fight with the guy at the club, and he picks him up and he throws him through the window, and the guy lands in the waiting line, and Arnold looks out the window and he goes, "I don't know why they call you guys bouncers. You don't bounce."
That sounds like a John Matrix one-liner.
Yeah, and they have like a night court scene, and they escape. There's a thing in the courtroom. They escape, and like they're on the freeway,
Now,
and yeah, this guy's fighting Arnold on the freeway, and a truck drives by or a bus or something, and he takes the guy's handcuffs off of him, handcuffs the guy to the truck, and the guy's arm rips off, and Arnold looks at him and goes, "What? No applause."
yeah. And isn't there some like the former commander Kirby?
Yeah,
Was he the villain that was?
yeah, very fantastic twist. I didn't see that coming. I really didn't see that coming.
And that was the idea for Commando 2.
Mm-hmm.
And if what I remember, and you can correct me, isn't there like a finale that involves a helicopter or something?
Oh, that's what I was saying. Like a lot of people think it's the Die Hard thing with the building, but that's like maybe halfway through or going into the third act. And yeah, like they're trying to chop his legs off with the helicopter blades. And he's like, "Ah, ah, ah, ah." Yeah.
I agree. Commando's perfect, no bad scenes.
Perfect movie.
Stranger Boy asked, is there any worse scenes in the film? I can't think of any.
I can think of one. It's a nitpick. When my sister-in-law got a 4K, I watched a bit of it over there. And my sister got a 4K, so I was watching a bit of it at my sister's house, the last half. And the scene when they get in the plane, it looks so fake. But that's just because of the 4K.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Other than that, the movie's perfect. And they do so much of that with Commando too. Like they bring back a lot of that for like a lot of things you wouldn't expect.
What are some of your okay? Here's a question from DJ.
Hey, dude. The movie, I saw it on TV, and then I think I saw it on TV. I think either I saw it on TV or my cousin rented it because we used to rent movies constantly, or Cornell. But I think I saw it on TV, and then my friend Chris Thomas invited me over to watch a VHS dub up the TV version.
Yeah,
which is cool.
I want to say, like, I answered the same question earlier, and I say because of you guys, like my friends up here, that's how I discovered it. And I had the DVD first. Now I have the Blu-ray. So.
Oh, that's a sweet. I love that cover.
Yeah,
I love that cover.
What were some of your favorite lines?
Let off some steam, Bennett.
Yeah,
definitely my favorite. Or I lied. In Commando's 2 script, he does that to someone. He's holding them by the foot over off a building, and the guy's like, "Come on, Matrix, what do you say?" And he looks over at those PSA campaign Nancy Bush don't do drugs things, just say no.
Yeah.
And he's like, "No."
I like you, Sully. You're a funny guy. I'm going to kill you last. But I heard, according to the trivia,
right, wrong.
Yeah. You're going to cooperate, right? Wrong. Oh, man. But I was looking at the trivia here. Like, David Patrick Kelly doesn't even like the movie.
No?
Yeah, I read it somewhere.
That's one of his best.
Yeah.
That's some of his best. That, Warriors, and
The Crow.
And The Crow. I saw this thing yesterday. Did you see this thing going around yesterday?
What's that?
About The Crows. I guess since it's Halloween, I'll just mention That's a mask. That's not paint.
What's
Or
that?
it's half paint. The Brandon Lee's face is half paint, half mask, half latex, half paint
What in the comics
in the
or the
movie.
movie?
Yeah,
I thought it
that's
was
how
just
he
makeup.
got the. That's how he got the all the shape, the real good shape to his face.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Which why would you do that? It's fucking Brandon Lee. He has an
Yeah,
amazing face. Why fuck it up?
yeah.
But it worked. It worked. It worked. It made him. I find it makes him look a little more supernatural. You know, like skeleton-y, but whatever.
Well, here's a question from DJ. I think I know what you're gonna say.
I was gonna say Running Man, but I saw Running Man and I saw T2. I would say True Lies. True Lies or
Last Action Hero.
Last Action Hero.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's definitely going on my Oculus list
but you know
because it
what?
comes with the trailer. You know the trailer, where it's like you see the street and then Arnold comes into frame.
Mhm.
It comes with that trailer opening up the movie.
I'll be great. It'd be great to see Predator. I just rewatched it again today. I'm like, it'd be great to see this on the big screen.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe like I would say Predator, or this is kind of like a weird answer here. I'll go with Eraser.
Yeah, Eraser would be fun. Welcome to Earth.
Yeah,
Way better than the Will Smith Welcome to Earth.
yeah.
My,
Afterbirth.
yeah. My wife watched ID42. The
Oh,
fuck. What was it called? Uh,
Resurgence.
yeah. The other day, and she liked it. I was surprised. I didn't think she was gonna like it. Cause like, you know, there's not really much of anything in the movie, you know?
Mhm. It felt
It's
like
all filler.
it felt like deja vu to me, like a shittier
Yeah.
version of the first movie.
Like they didn't hit on any of the like a couple of beats.
Mhm.
Bill Pullman, very stoic in this one though. I gotta say his performance was the best. And he kind of reminded me a bit of Fabio. Like the stoicness.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking about Fabio when I was watching it actually.
I saw it when it came out. I don't know why, to be
Hmm.
honest. But yeah, DJ says that there's some good choices.
Thank you, sir.
What about you, DJ? Which Arnold film would you see
Yeah.
if you came back in time? Um, but I was looking at some of the trivia here. Let's see some interesting notes here. Yeah, the body count 109, 102 were killed by Arnold. But okay, what are some of your favorite scenes?
Oh, the whole movie, man. The whole movie.
Yeah,
The whole movie.
the whole third act.
Oh yeah, the third. That's a great third act. You know,
Put
I
on the
didn't see that
paint.
coming the first time I saw it. I didn't see that coming.
Oh, oh, sorry. Sorry for a little tired, people. But yeah, it's the third act just alone kicks ass.
I hope that's one that comes back to theaters. Isaiah said he might join in if he can get
Okay.
back from work quick enough.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll go up, for another hour. Last Action Hero, yeah, that'd be a great one.
That's probably my favorite Arnold movie.
Watching
Last
Halloween
Action
right
Hero.
now.
Yeah. AMC baby.
But let's see. Yeah, this is Mark Lester's favorite movie. Abas, and like I was looking at his filmography. Like I haven't seen Class of 1984.
Me either. Like I think
Firestarter.
I've seen it, but I don't know if I saw it. Firestarter 2. I think I saw it, but I don't remember.
Showdown Little Tokyo is a great one.
Classic camping movie.
And I know
I
he
saw
also
that when I was
did.
camping.
You saw that while you were camping.
Yeah, when I was a kid. Yeah,
Oh wow.
it was cool.
So he directed that. Then after that, he did Extreme Justice, which I haven't seen, but I've heard about that one. I think that's with Scott Glenn and Lou Diamond Phillips. And I think nowadays he's doing a lot of producing.
Oh yeah, the John Wick. That Commando scene, apparently Commando 2 scene, apparently on the bridge in the freeway fight. Apparently they're gonna do that with John Wick, the next John Wick.
Really?
Yeah, they're gonna like have car crashes and stuff going around them as they're fighting.
Wow.
That looks cool.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with John Wick 4. Just don't kill him off.
No.
But
or maybe kill him off, but he comes back because he's the boogeyman. Happy Halloween.
Oh, I don't know why I'm tired.
Yeah, I'm tired. I've been running around all day. My wife had me running around like crazy today.
Yeah, I shouldn't be this tired. I'm sorry, people.
I got jumped by a dog today.
But, going back to Commando for a second, also we have to mention this is the same year you had Rambo First Blood Part 2.
Yeah.
Which that was more of the, bigger film, more of the cultural phenomenon. Like, what do you think about that whole thing of, Commando versus First Blood Part 2? Like,
to me,
which is the best and all that?
To me, it's always going to be Rambo 2, but Commando definitely holds a really special place in my heart. It's a great movie. I'd love to see another one. I'd love to see them do another one that was a sequel to the script for Commando 2, like an actual Commando 3. I'd love to see that.
Now, I was talking earlier about Commando 2, like, what year could that have came out? Could have came out maybe 90s? In 89, 90?
I think there was a year attached to it. I don't remember what it was. I think they'd say in the script too how long it was after, but I don't remember exactly what it was. But everybody's older.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arnold picks up the guy, he's like they're at the mall and he's looking for a tape that he's worn out. The first thing he heard when he got off the plane coming to America, and his daughter's in the HMV or whatever it is at the mall, the same mall from the first Commando, same mall from Terminator 2, and Last Action Hero, arguably. But yeah, so she's looking for stuff, and this guy's trying to like sauce her up for the weekend,
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't know he's a drug dealer, and he starts enforcing on her, and then fucking Matrix shows up behind him. He's like, yeah, I could just see your dad in this sweater vest, whatever. Ha ha ha. And Arnold picks him up and he goes, you should see me in a cardigan. And he fucking walks out. He's got the guy, he picks him up and he like walks outside the store and he walks up to the cops from the first movie, the mall cops. And he turns the guy upside down like cocaine, and he fucking sprinkles out all the guy's drugs onto the floor and he throws them at the guys, and they're like, it's that guy again.
And that would have been in Commando 2?
Yeah.
So there's a script out there. Is there?
And there's a lot of really good twists and turns. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, is this stuff like talking about that? Is that hard to find as far as script?
I think you can search. I think you can Google it, and if you dig far enough, I think you find it.
Okay.
That's always how it comes out in script, man. You gotta dig and dig and dig and dig. Sometimes you find some really good stuff.
Now, do you think that Mark L. Lester would have came back and directed that, or do you think someone else would have taken over that chair?
I would have liked him back.
Yeah.
It feels like a James Cameron movie, though. Oh, maybe not a James Cameron movie, but like a Cosmos movie. Cosmos could have done it.
Yeah.
But it kind of has like a lot of sophistication. A real lot of sophistication compared to the first one. Like it plays on everything and it spins things around, and so it's all every page is like a surprise.
I would have been down for it. I think it should have happened. I mean, I know someone also commented earlier that it didn't really like Commando works on its own. Like it didn't need a sequel, and I can see that too. But maybe it could have gotten at least one.
Yeah. It sucks because it's a really good sequel. Like a really good sequel. Like one of those sequels that like you slap yourself in the face and you go, who fucked that up?
Yeah.
like how did that never get made? Because it's one of those like Crusade or some of those other ones. It's like, wow. Like it was done with care and like love for the character, and it makes it fun to revisit not just that, but everything else that's going on. It's very Donnerish.
Yeah. It's great. It was great to watch again. I mean, someone also asked earlier, I forgot who it was, but like where would I rank it? Like in my favorites, I think it would be definitely in my top 3. I don't know where you would be on that one, but
probably in my top 5. Definitely in my top 5. Definitely in my top 5.
Well, here's a question from DJ.
I don't think so. Like sometimes they do, but like in the case of the, seeing it in 4K, I don't think anyone should watch it in 4K because the magic of it's really on print, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't have like because at the end of the day I know it's a feel good movie, so
yeah, it's escapism.
Feel good. Yeah.
I think someone commented that on my review, like, and I think it was Grand Theft Ruben.
Mm-hmm.
You said it perfectly. It's escapism entertainment.
Yeah.
And why do you think, like, because when you look at the action genre today, I mean, obviously, they're never going to go to that type of film again, even though we have the John Wick movies. But do you think that the general public now looks at that type of movie like Commando, films of that era, that time, films of that action movies of that era, and they say it's corny, cheesy, dated? Is that why we don't get that type of action movie now?
Yeah, everyone's a perfectionist now,
Mm-hmm.
They took the whole perfectionist out of perfectionism. That's why we can't have good movies. It's like everyone takes it too seriously. You gotta leave room for error. You're gonna make mistakes. It's a fucking movie. It's forever, like it's. But you gotta embrace it too that you're gonna make mistakes. That's how you learn. That's how you make a better next movie, right?
Yeah, and one thing I talked about in my review of Commando, it's like you look at the action genre now, they have totally removed the human factor. So there's nobody you can relate to.
There's no feats anymore. You know what I mean? There's no feats of great wit or cunning or strength or anything anymore.
Yeah, now every action hero, action hero, has to have some kind of special suit, a special shield, a magical hammer.
Yeah.
So that's all it takes.
It's like Junebug was talking about last time, or maybe the other time. I forget when it was, but he was saying like how, going back and looking at the movies of old, we don't do that anymore. Like, remember back in those, like, I'll use that as an example, like Charlie Chaplin days or whatever, when you have a real train on set, you can't slow it down.
Yeah.
It used to be real. Now you can tell it's not real. I think that's hindering movies.
Yeah, they've taken out the tangibility and investment. Yeah, Back to the Future came out that year.
Yeah. Great movie, man.
Yeah. If you could put another action movie score. Oh, okay. Imagine that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like if you could put the Delta Force theme in this and Commando. That'd be great.
That was I saw the cliffhanger director's cut. Well, not director's cut, but like the VHS print.
Mhm.
I found that remarkable that they used music from like Die Hard and other movies in there. In
Oh, that'd be
cliffhanger, Predator.
Predator. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the score by James Horner and Commando. I think it's a good score. James Horner's a good composer. Rest in peace.
Do you like this new Rocky score? This new Rocky score came out.
Which one?
The one, oh, there's my Cobra shirt. Yeah. The one for the new movie, the director's cut.
I didn't even notice.
It's a little cool. It reminds me of the Batman Begins.
Mm-hmm.
Reminds me of that.
But
dude, they gotta bring Commando back. Come on, Arnold. What the
I know,
fuck?
right?
If you had to be in a world in a video game, what would it be? That's a good one. VR chat, because I spend most of my time video gaming in there.
I think I would die. Like, no matter what kind of answer I would give, I would die.
I would die too, for sure. I'd just say VR chat because no one kills you.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Scotty.
Yo.
Hey, Scotty, let me know if you want to join.
Yeah, get Scotty in here.
Talk about Commando as well as answering some random questions.
Beam him up.
Yeah. I'm going to go for a little while longer. Like, I'm going to try to go for at least another hour. But, so let me know if you want to come in, chat about Commando, chat about different things here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's party. I agree.
I don't need no gun, John.
I'm not going to shoot you between the eyes. I'm going to shoot you between the balls.
It's cool how you were mentioning that it was the other guy's suit.
What's that?
For Bennett, that was the other guy's clothes.
Yeah, Winghauser.
Yeah. I didn't even know that it was Winghauser.
Yeah, he was considered for the role of Bennett. And I'm about to get Scotty in here.
When you get Scotty in, I'm gonna go pee really quick.
No problem.
I had a big supper, man. Holy mackerel.
All right. So right now, waiting on Retro Scotty. Okay, pick one video game. All right. Yeah, let off some steam, Bennett.
That's the best ever.
Maybe
I know
like Far Cry.
Yeah. Far Cry 6 looks good.
But I did send you a link, Scotty. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2. That'd be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man 2018, LA Noire. What would a Commando video game look like?
I know it's a Commando comic. I can't.
Really?
I've been looking for it forever, and I can't find it.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was such a thing. Now going back to the whole, I guess, debate of, Commando versus First Blood Part 2, you break it down, you see the similarities and the contrast. But you say for you, First Blood Part 2 is your favorite.
Yeah.
And that really ignited their competition.
Because Rambo, the first Rambo was such a... Wow, when I saw that, I was petrified. Like, I was really young. I was 7 when I saw it, or 6. So it was really, whoa. And it was new. And it was weird. It was going into that whole Rambo mania phase.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just terrified of that movie. I was terrified. But I couldn't I couldn't look away. There were scenes in that movie that psychologically made me think, wow. Especially the Stephen Chang scene.
Mhm.
Rambo 2 also is just one that was just like, whoa.
By the way, here's Scotty.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, Scotty.
Hello, sir.
Hey, studio. What's up, man?
Hey.
Yeah, we're just
Not much, man.
talking about Commando here a little bit.
Yeah, I was going to give you an answer to your video game. Definitely rated immature plus, probably.
Yeah.
Ultra violence and ultra gore, right there.
All right. If there was a Commando video game, would you like to for be in first person or third person?
I'd say a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Yeah.
Yeah, a little mixture of everything. Some puzzles in there.
Yeah, but what were some of your favorite scenes from the movie, Scotty? Or
it's been a while since I've watched it, but I do know this. Gosh, there's so many to really even think about. Like I said, it's been a while since I watched the film. The fight scene between him and Ben's one. The fight scene between him and Bill Duke. He's like,
yeah,
you scared, motherfucker? Because this Green Berets could kick your ass. And he's like, I eat Green Berets for breakfast. Right now, I'm very hungry. And then, of course, Ray Don, is it Ray Don Chon, I think is it?
Yeah, Ray Don Chon. Yep.
Okay, just want to make sure I get her name right. She's like, these guys eat too much red meat.
Yeah.
Or do not disturb my friend. He is dead tired.
Yeah, because the flight attendant's like, you have any carry-on luggage? Yeah, this guy.
Yeah. I have to admit that guy gets owned. He got owned by Action Jackson, if anyone remembers that movie.
Oh, he was in that too?
Yeah, he was the one. Carl Weathers said, hey, brother, surely you won't leave before giving me an amen. And he sends him flying right through the door.
I totally forgot about that.
I still gotta watch that. I've never seen that.
You never seen Action Jackson?
It's always like on my watch for list, but I've never ended up seeing it.
I noticed that DJ asked me a question. Probably on TV, I'm guessing. Mm-hmm. That's how I probably discovered it. I think I taped it, then eventually bought the DVD, which had two different versions.
Yeah, there's director's cut too, right?
Yeah.
Now,
why didn't you see the director's cut?
What's that?
Is it good? Is it good? The director's
I haven't seen it, so
I remember there were some little additions where were in the car right after Ray Don Chon realizes he was correct, where John was pretty much telling the truth, and she's in the car. They have like an extended conversation where he's telling a little bit of backstory about Jenny and his wife or mother died in childbirth or something like that.
Wow.
And then apparently they changed the line where she says, instead of saying not as nearly as fun as smashing your face, and she said something like not as nearly as fun as kicking your ass or something like that.
Yeah.
And there's also a little information on that, like during the scene where he's in the shed, after Matrix cuts the soldier's arm off, he's originally supposed to hit the victim with it and say, "Need a hand?" And this scene was never shot. However, despite this, the 2007 director's cut restored a few extra seconds of footage of Matrix tossing the cut limb nonchalantly at the wounded soldier.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what was all like, what's included in that director's cut. Maybe somebody out there who's watching can comment on that.
That's what I remembered. I think they did add a little bit to it, but I don't remember. I haven't watched that director's cut in quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe I'll try to look here and see if I can find.
And I remember there was also, like, right before they go to the airport, in the scene with the car with Ray Don Chon, they have a little bit of extended conversation, something about where he tells a little bit about himself, where she's like, well, so that's where my tax dollars are going to, or something like that. That's what
she's gonna go quest for fire on his ass.
Yeah. But I also see here, like, and I when I reviewed the movie, I mentioned it, like John McTiernan was offered the chance to direct.
Yeah, I guess he's probably too busy, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it says he was offered the chance to direct, but he was working on a film called Nomads. And then
is that the Pierce Bronson film?
I never heard of Nomads. Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know me, I dropped the knowledge.
Okay, so for the role of Jenny, here's a random one. Some other people auditioned: Winona Ryder,
Wow.
Shannon Doherty, funny enough,
Wow.
Elizabeth Shue,
Wow.
Drew Barrymore.
Whoa.
Imagine that. So you would have had
Wow.
like because the same director of Firestarter,
Yeah.
Jennifer Connelly.
Wow. I'm glad they went the way they did.
Yeah.
But
I could
those
have
are
seen maybe
pretty
Drew
good.
Barrymore and who was the first one you said, John?
Winona Ryder.
Maybe her.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
I think she was probably a little too old at that point, I'd say.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm just kind of looking at some other random trivia here. So let me see here. Okay. The screenwriter originally wrote the script with the intention of having Gene Simmons play Matrix. Can you imagine that? But
no. As a villain, he could pull that off. As the lead hero, no.
yeah, I can't see it. But Simmons passed on early in the development stage. Then he rewrote the script with the Nick Nolte in mind as a sort of out of condition former commando. And it was going to
being a
have
possibility.
It was going to involve like the Middle East and some kind of Middle East plot. So, Stranger Boy, how would I fight Arnold? I think I would lose.
Maybe just shoot him in the balls.
Yeah. I would. He would just look at me wrong, and I would, I would turn it to dust. Oh, really? Mark Lester initially wanted Raw Julia for the role of Arius. Is that how you say his name? Raw.
Yeah.
Julia? Yeah.
It's pretty close. Raw Julia.
That would have been interesting. Yeah, because the same writer, Stephen E. D'Souza, later wrote Street Fighter, which he also wrote this movie.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever like Street Fighter, or at least the one with Jean-Claude, or thought it was meh?
I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, I probably haven't seen the film in a year or two, but Van Damme, he has some fun in it, but
I'll say this: Raul Julia was definitely the best part. I'd say.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, considering that he was working on it, he was pretty fucking sick and dying of cancer. I gotta give him some props and respect for that.
Yeah, did he die like maybe shortly after the film came out?
I think that's what it was. I think that's what happened. I think he died shortly after the film came out.
Yeah, but so I'm just looking at some other. But for people that are watching, ask us anything you like. All right, so David Patrick Kelly refers to the film as lousy.
Lousy.
Warriors!
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know, why did he have such a bad time?
Because he died. Because they really did drop him off.
Yeah. I guess because he was going to die first instead of last, right?
Yeah.
That's what happened.
But let me look up some of that information about the director's cut of Commando.
Should be able to give you alternate versions under IMDb, I think.
All right. Yes. Okay. It does say right here an IMDb. And there's quite a bit of info here. I don't know if I'm going to go over all of it. But yeah, so you can find it. Anyways. But yeah, so up next, reviewing Red Dawn. I mean, not Red Dawn. Raw Deal. I got those mixed up.
His trigger has all the answers.
You should not drink and bake.
And then Predator. And I thought about doing one like this for Predator.
Yeah.
But
I'm excited for the new Predator.
Really?
Yeah, I think it could be if they go for it, I think it could be good. But like, don't just give us by numbers, guys.
I don't know. After the Predator, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was pretty bad.
Yeah, I don't think Fred Decker or Shane Black were involved in this one, right?
I hope not.
I hope not either. But earlier we were talking about sequel to Commando. Like, what would you have liked to have seen for a sequel, Scotty?
A sequel to Commando? I don't know. I like to see the little bit of character development and growth, like from Ray Don-Sean and Schwarzenegger. Do they get involved, or they just remain platonic friends? What becomes of Ginny? What happens with her, and who is his new enemy?
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it pretty much ended on a good note. Pretty much, I think it was perfect as a one-off film. I don't know how the sequel would have been. So, who knows? It could have been another straight-to-video film with low-budget actors, for all I know.
Yeah, but yeah. So and
I also forgot that James Horner did the score as well. So it was a pretty solid score.
Yeah, I like the score. But yeah, it was a lot of fun to rewatch again, and
it's a classic.
It is.
Oh yeah, you can't forget about the Bill Paxton cameo.
Yeah, Bill Paxton has a cameo in there, which
I
forgot about. Well, okay, what about you think about this film that year? You also mentioned First Blood Part 2. For Scotty here, like the whole debate of which is the best, which is your favorite, whatever. I know it's all subjective. Like, do you have a favorite, or where do you stand on that?
I guess you can give a slight edge to Rambo First Blood Part 2, but Commando's pretty much up there. Let's not forget Back to the Future as well.
Yeah. It's a great year for film.
And then Chuck Norris had 3 movies that year.
Yeah, 3 movies out that year. Interesting.
Invasion USA, Missing in Action 2, and Code of Silence.
I knew about Code of Silence. Have yet to see the other 2. I guess those are pretty damn good, right?
Oh, they're good, yeah. I think then American Ninja came out that year.
Yeah, American Ninja.
That Dudikoff?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Mark L. Lester. He did Armed and Dangerous with John Candy. Did Showdown on Little Tokyo.
It's a great movie. I never seen Armed and Dangerous, so I've heard about it.
It's a solid John Candy film. I liked it. It also had, believe it or not, a young and upcoming Meg Ryan in that film too, as well.
Really?
Yep. Eugene Lively was also in there too.
Oh yeah.
And I think
I never saw that one.
I was looking at his IMDb when I was doing research, looking up information for Commando, and I'm like, what are these films that he directed afterwards?
I'm looking at him right now. After Armed and Dangerous, before he did Commando, he actually did Firestarter. I'm sure you've heard of that and seen it, right?
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of it. I have the Blu-ray. Funny enough, I've never seen the whole film, but I've seen like bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a Class of 1999, came out in 90. I haven't even seen Class of 1984, so I can't really say if that's any good. Extreme Justice.
Have you seen that one?
What's up?
Have you seen that one?
What, Extreme Justice?
Yeah.
No, I just know it just says it has Lou Diamond Phillips, Scott Glenn, and Chelsea Field.
Okay.
It's going to be a theatrical release, but it got canceled due to the riots of 92, so it ended up going straight to video. We have Night of the Running Man. That looks like another Scott Glenn film. It was another straight-to-video film. Public Enemies. He directed Alyssa Milano in that movie, and it had Eric Roberts in there.
Yeah, it came out in 96.
Oh yeah.
And like some of the ones that I know you see on his IMDb here, like I never heard of these movies, like Double Take and.
Yeah, it looks like he just did a lot of straight-to-video stuff after that. I think
a what?
I was gonna say the probably last film he had in theaters was probably Showdown in Little Tokyo. They're stealing candy with a nice looking hot woman on the cover.
Like he did some movie Poseidon Rex. I mean, like the C
Oh, yeah.
grade.
Oh boy.
Looking
Now
movies.
the mighty. Well, I wouldn't say mighty, but come on, you're doing a Sharknado ripoff now with dinosaurs.
1984 was another camping movie, I think. This guy has a lot on my camping movie repertoire. Did he do Arena? That was on my camping movie.
You mean your
thing.
What about Arena?
Did he do Arena?
No, I forget what his name is. It's Paul something that did that movie. I know it was
That's
produced
great.
by Charles Band. That's where I remember that.
Wow.
Yeah, Mark Lester directed a film called Still Arena.
Okay, let me go see. It's Peter. Actually, no, it's Peter Meneguian or whatever you pronounce his name.
Nowadays, he's doing a lot of producing.
That's the way to go.
Yeah.
Producing is the way of the future.
Yeah, he can just collect a simple paycheck and not have to argue with a bunch of actors and all this other stuff.
Just worry about your job and that's it.
Yeah.
But let's see who wrote the screen. Yeah, Stephen E. D'Souza wrote the screenplay. And it's funny, we were talking about Street Fighter, and he also wrote Street Fighter.
Wow.
Who's Stephen A. D'Souza, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, the last one he had it was like a major motion picture film was probably Switchback with Dennis Quaid and Danny Glover.
Oh, I didn't see that one either.
Yeah, and from what I've read, it bombed pretty badly. I think it was going to be released in '96, and maybe it might have done a little better, but it came out like sometime later in '97. So,
dude, you guys know what I'm watching? What my next movie is? I'm watching Silverado for the first time ever.
That's a good one.
I've heard of it. Never got a chance to watch it.
It's a fun Western. Good cast.
Yeah, you have Kevin Kline, you have so many other actors in there. Kevin Costner, I think, is in there.
Wow.
But I don't know
Lawrence
if Matt
Kasdan, I believe, is the director.
I don't know if Matt heard when we were talking about like going over some of the trivia a little bit for Commando, but Gene Simmons was thought about for John Matrix.
Oh no. Dr. Love. No.
Yeah. Gene Simmons.
Love gun. No.
But I can't see it either.
Imagine if it happened though. Imagine
how we all fall.
But yeah, how about this? I'll go over some of the earlier questions. Let's see here. Here's one from earlier. From I don't know if he's still in here. Flex. Thoughts on Alyssa Milano?
Are we talking?
I like her in that. I'm a fan of Alyssa Milano, so it's hard to
in terms of acting, right?
Yeah, but like I don't get this whole thing with her going after Joe Rogan and like what the fuck? What's going on? Like what happened?
Yeah, why are you starting to become such a fucking controlling feminazi bitch? You know. Not to mention, why did you even mess with your chest in the first place? It was fine the way it is, and why'd you have to get some enhancements? I think big mistake.
Damn cover girl.
Yeah, as a Schwarzenegger said in Last Action Hero, big mistake.
I didn't even know she did that.
Me either.
How about what would you rank Commando among your
favorites?
High.
Probably in his top 10, at least. He's got to make it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say my top 3. Okay.
My 5, easily my 5.
Well, here's a question that I wonder myself. What happened to his wife?
Yeah.
Like I said, they kind of explain that in the director's cut where the mother died, I believe.
Okay. Taken or Commando?
Commando. I'm sure Taken's decent, with at least the first one with Liam Neeson. Then they went shaky cam afterwards, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I got to go with Commando all the way. Hard Target or Commando?
Both. Both
I'm gonna say,
equally.
let's say both. Fuck yeah, both. Like Deion Sanders, 15 or 20 million. Both.
Yeah.
Is Billy the Beast based on Commando?
I haven't seen that. I don't even know what that is. What is
It's a
that?
Steve Seagal movie.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's when John did the little Popeyes chicken sandwich where he belly of the beast.
Yeah.
Did
It's
you really
a
want to
lame-
drive around and get another one of those sandwiches?
I didn't. I haven't had one since then.
I mean, I know, but did you want to actually go around and get another one? Just for the hell of it?
I didn't want to wait that long.
And
But
I'm guessing you didn't get fries with that, right?
just a sandwich.
Yeah.
The Belly of the Beast is a lame Seagal movie.
Did he fight a sandwich in that one?
No.
Yeah, it should have. It should have.
Why there were talks?
I agree with Blast
one?
Radius.
And we were talking about this earlier, being Matt.
Die Hard was supposed to be a
Yeah.
command. Interesting.
Well,
I'm
like
glad you know the way it did.
people
Oh,
think
okay.
like the building had a lot more to do with it, and it really didn't.
So that's not like that, because I know that's been said a lot throughout the years, and that wasn't the case.
Yeah, like the building's like the setup to what it is, but it's not that.
Maybe a Jack Craven. I'm sure he'll, maybe comment later on. He can elaborate more on that.
Probably
We should
so.
get Jack Craven in here
Yeah, that'd be great. Jack
in this
could
little
launch it.
mingle.
Yeah, that too. And anytime if you're going to do a sequel, you should do it much sooner.
Yeah.
But then again, Arnold had a busy year in 1990 with, Total Recall, Kindergarten Cop. I mean, could he have done a third film?
Just Total Recall alone, knowing that like he fought for that movie for so long.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm going back over some previous comments from earlier because I know Scott just joined up. So, but DJ listed his top 4 of Arnold films here.
Yeah. I still haven't seen Jingle All the Way.
I have. It's a
Really?
fun little Arnold flick,
I'll probably
Yeah,
watch
Chelsea
it this
did.
year.
right? And after Raw Deal, you definitely got Predator. You got
Running Man.
Red Heat. That's probably what you got that confused with. Red Heat, the one with James Belushi.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I don't know why I thought of Red Dawn, but
Because
yeah,
fortunately, it wasn't a film that started with red.
yeah, Red Scorpion, Red Dawn, Red Heat. A lot of films came out in the 80s with red in the title.
Red
Mhm.
Band. There was an Arnold Red Band movie that
Yeah.
almost happened, but no dice.
How about this one?
Are you going to say?
That's a good question.
I guess that's pretty close.
Yeah,
What's
Mr. Freeze.
that?
What was it? Killing Gunther. I've heard about that film, but I haven't seen it.
I'm reserving it for that one.
The worst Arnold sequels.
Oh, twins.
Oh, triplets.
Yeah.
Or Junior.
You know what? I think someone I thought about it and I'm like, well, okay, well he did Genesis, he did Dark Fate, so I can
Yeah.
throw those in there.
Yeah, those are definitely in there.
Yeah, T3.
And I didn't think T3 was that bad. Plus, I knew
like
someone
T3.
that actually worked on that film. Believe it or not.
I didn't even know this until recently.
Yeah, I'm sure it looks decent.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I know Fabio just did a review.
Of that
Have you
film.
got-
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go check that out right after this. That's where I'm going.
I definitely say I've heard of that film, but I haven't seen it. I know that Rambo Ralph didn't care for it that much.
It was all right. It was all right.
Yeah, I do have that. I mean, oh, we got a new comment.
Total Meltdown. Hello.
Total
Hello,
Meltdown.
yourself.
How's it going, man?
Hello.
Hey,
Yeah,
do you think Arnold Schwarzenegger could have been a villain in Mission Impossible films, or
He
maybe
could've.
kind of an assistant to Ethan Hunt? That would
Yeah. Yeah.
He
It
could
would
be
have
the,
been
he could
funny
be
to see them all like Julius style, like
Yeah,
really innocent in the war.
Mhm.
You know,
Maybe I think Arnold could have worked as a villain in a different movie. Like, I don't know. I have to really think about that one.
Total
I would-
Meltdown. I was at Meltdown Montreal this week, and I saw The Mandalorian for Shanks Entertainment, and it blew me the fuck away. It blew me the fuck away. It was like, it's like competitor to Comic-Con. You guys gotta check this out. You know, like Comic-Con, you go, you gotta pay like to get in and all that shit, and then you gotta pay for every celebrity. This one, I don't know if they pay the celebrity up front or not, but it's like all that's included. All your pictures are free. Everything is free. Check that shit out.
Well, he also asked this question: End of Days or Collateral Damage?
End of Days. But I like Collateral Damage too.
Yeah, I have to go with End of Days. That's a great one. Underrated Arnold film.
You're quiet book.
Yeah, they're quiet book compared to me. I can't wait to talk about that one. And I'll wait for Sky to get back, and I'll throw that question at him.
There's some good scenes in that movie, man. I'm surprised that movie's not talked about more.
Yeah, Killing Gunther, I've heard of. Again, I know I mentioned this earlier, but I have the movie. I found it for real cheap. I will talk about it when I get to that point.
So, what was the last comment that you? Well, I'll probably have to give the slight edge to End of Days. It was a little more entertaining. I think Collateral Damage was one of those films that Arnold was trying to do something to do, maybe less action and try to do a little more, serious type, which wasn't bad. He actually didn't do too bad. I liked how we really thought there was actually more than one villain. We didn't see that coming. I remember, I didn't see that. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but
yeah,
I remember seeing Collateral Damage when it came out.
I know they delayed it for a while because of 9/11. That's what I remembered it.
Yeah. Well, how about this one?
True Lies.
True Lies.
Hands down.
Sorry.
Yeah, True Lies.
True Lies is much more fun.
Yeah, I love that movie. There's the series is casting right now for Arnold. They just casted, right?
Did they recast for the True Lies series?
Yeah, they recasted.
Wow.
We should have gotten a sequel to that, but nope.
I had a friend named Jennifer Jenny, and she was in the lead for that show.
Really?
Never happened. I'm telling you, going back like to the 90s, at least the 90s. It never happened.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know if you need a series. I mean, especially if you're not going to have Arnold in it, then what's the point?
Italian Stallion is there.
All right, what's the best directed film Arnold has been in?
I want to say T2, just because like I got to take a look at that James Cameron stuff for T3, and wow, like what I guess what they wanted to do with that, like a grindhouse experience, like 2 films and a short, and then it culminates with the stage show at Universal. But like, wow, I really like that one.
I guess it's in the chat. Fabio.
That's what I said. Fabio was in the house.
Fabio,
Cheeky baby, I love you.
If you want to jump in, I'll go on for another 30 minutes because I gotta go to bed at decent time tonight. But
you got work tomorrow?
Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah, I got another interview for a position. I'll see how this goes. If I do get it, I don't know when I'll start, but I know it pays somewhere between 16 to 20 an hour, so that's good enough.
Nice.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Like, I need a job. My account's getting low.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you.
Let me know, Fabio. Okay, all right. He wants to come in. I'm ready to send you an invite, Fabio.
Yeah, I went to the staffing agency, and they had like maybe 2 places where I can work. One, it would be 15 an hour at this one place, and I have to bring my own tools. And it's a warehouse job, and it only would pay only 15. Now that's not going to be good enough. And I would be in the warehouse where it'll be hot, and then if it's cold, it's cold.
And you gotta think you're probably gonna have to wear a mask all night, right? So it's gonna be really fucking hot.
Yeah, I don't think I want to do that. If I'm going to wear a mask, I'd rather be inside. Then apparently there's like a manufacturing plant up further north, and it only starts off at 12, and they basically work you almost every day, I think. So,
Wow.
I'm interested in neither of them. So, yeah.
Fabio, I did send you a link on Messenger.
Hang on a second.
Okay, here's a question for Total Meltdown. How would you do a face-off movie with Sly and Arnold instead?
I would do it as a sequel. And then bring back Nicolas Cage and bring back Travolta in some sense of it. Maybe Nicolas Cage has to wear, or is it the other way around? John Travolta has to wear Nicolas Cage's face.
Yeah.
And then Sly and fucking Arnold are in there. And Arnold's like, bruh!
I think it would have been more I would have been down for that more.
But it'd be cool because, it would be cool to see Sly do Arnold and Arnold do Sly.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'd rather see that version.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, have John Woo still direct it. But yeah, I'll throw some Commando questions.
The dove has fucking Nicolas Cage's face.
Okay, I don't know if Scotty saw the question there.
Yeah, so I don't know, to be honest. How would you do it? I mean, what was y'all's response?
Real quick, Fabio's getting ready to join in here. Hey,
What's up?
Cheeky baby in the house. Man, you working tonight?
I'm always working.
Wow.
God damn. There ought to be a law, Fabio. There ought to be a fucking law.
I agree.
It's a daily grind, I imagine, right?
Every day.
God damn. Well, I'm happy that Fabio's out there working because, fuck, if I trust anyone, it's Fabio.
Oh, well,
To look after the streets, that's how it's got to go.
they don't pay me enough for that.
I know.
Yeah. See, we're either working or we're drawing unemployment.
I'm just always working.
Man.
That's all I do is work.
Well, real quick, I'll throw some Commando questions at Fabio, and we can, But when did you first discover the movie? From DJ.
I had the VHS as a kid. I remember going to Kmart and they had Predator and Commando on sale, and my dad got them for me.
Oh,
And
Oh,
Kmart, the good old days of Kmart.
double feature.
Yeah.
That would have been a great double.
Schwarzenegger times 2.
That must have been fun to watch with your dad, too,
Yeah. You have a slush puppy tonight?
Yeah. No such puppy. I got Coors Light until I get to
The
Coke.
other night you had one, and I was like, I
Yeah.
haven't seen one of those in years.
Oh, here's one for you that I'm sure will.
Thoughts on listen on. She always comes back, huh?
Yes,
Yeah.
She always.
I mean, as an actress, I like her in Commando. I like her on Who's the Boss, but
Yeah.
in the words of Tony Danza, I'm very disappointed in you, Samantha.
Yep, total whack job, right?
Yeah.
She's a nutcase.
She got to hang up those guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, she shouldn't have done all that plastic surgery to herself.
Which
She didn't need that.
It's stupid because she's incredibly beautiful.
Yeah, she
Why
ruined
don't
her
people
natural
look
good
like
Italian
they're
looks
fucking
right there.
stupid?
Isn't she part Italian, I think, or is that just a character I'm thinking of?
No, she's Italian, but the problem is she's good looking, and most of the good looking ones are nutcases, unfortunately.
Yeah, it seems like there's a lot of them these days, unfortunately.
Amen.
I don't know what it is.
All right, where would you rank
Must be
Commando
genetics.
among your favorites?
Number two.
Really?
Yeah.
What's number one?
That's a good
Predator or
two.
Terminator or what?
The Last Action Hero would be number one. Predator
Really?
would be number three. Yes.
Awesome.
I'll drink to that.
There we go. Because
All right.
I think Commando is basically it's just pure Arnold. In
Yeah.
my opinion.
I agree with that. Now I
Because
don't.
it's just him looking like a badass and spouting off
Just
one line.
fuel impacted
Killing.
testosterone at its finest.
And he's just killing everybody, and he's spouting off one-liners. That's what people
Yeah.
want to see.
All right, how about this question here?
Hard target.
Yeah, hard target. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I basically
I'll
said
bring it back.
both. Honestly, they're both fun in their own way. That's what I'm going to say.
They are, but I think Hard Target's a better movie.
Yep, I would not disagree on that. It's
Because
definitely
it's-
fun, especially
because
now
it's
that's coming out on Blu-ray. And now we're getting a director's cut. That's nice for once, but it's like only like 3 or 4 minutes long.
Yeah, it's not the real director's cut.
Wow.
Yeah, that's better than nothing, I guess.
Oh, what's the worst Arnold performance?
Killing Gunther.
I was gonna say, what about killing? I've
I think-
heard some bad things about killing
That is
Gunther.
a terrible movie.
I think that car in the background agrees. Whoever honked the horn.
Good.
I heard that. Yeah.
It wasn't here. I don't know where it was.
I think it was Matt's neighborhood. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Worst
Killing
Arnold
Gunther was
sequels.
pretty bad. I mean, the Terminator sequels are bad as they progress, but Killing Gunther was on a level by itself.
I still haven't watched that, but I know I will at some point here.
I'm sorry you have to sit through it.
I've yet to see it, so there you go.
Let's see here. I'm just kind of going through some old comments here.
I was gonna
True
say,
Lies.
yeah, it's True Lies. There's no doubt on that.
The bridge is out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, best directed film Arnold has been in.
As much as I hate to say it, T2.
Yeah, T2.
Yes.
Is there any worse Commando scenes? Because I thought about this one, and I'm
No.
like, I couldn't
I
think
don't
of any.
think so.
I wouldn't say that.
Maybe
because the end credits, because it's over. But other than that,
yeah, you want more.
right?
Which earlier we talked about a sequel. I'm like, should have gotten a sequel. What do you feel on that one?
I don't think it needed a sequel, but it would have been nice to see a sequel.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's one of those movies where it's one and done. I mean, how many times is he going to get away with murdering all these people?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Especially when you look at the body count. Oh, this is a good one.
That's a good question.
All right, Hercules, New York, because, well, no, honestly, I would still say Killing Gunther because I can forgive Hercules in New York because that was the beginning of his career.
Yeah.
But Killing Gunther did not have any excuse to be that bad. Like, that could have been a good movie, but it's not.
It could have been at least a fun comedy for sure.
Exactly.
Hercules New York is.
It was the beginning of his career. His
Yeah.
English
I mean,
wasn't
even the
best.
dub
I
version's hilarious.
Right.
Yeah,
I
man.
can forgive that movie. And there is some moments in there that are funny, but
Yeah, with him fighting the bear.
and when he's outside the plane and the guy's looking at him through the window.
Oh,
I forget. Did you already review Stay Hungry yet, John? With him and I think Burt Reynolds and Sally Field. No, it was Jeff Bridges. Sorry, not Burt.
Jeff
Reynolds.
Bridges, Robert Englund, R.G. Reynolds, Sally Field. That interesting cast. That's an okay movie. It's a
Twisted
weird movie.
Sister song.
All right, listen to that again.
There we go.
Halloween.
4.
Yeah, I got to go with. I go with Halloween 2.
I gotta go with 4 because
Mm.
Danielle Harris.
That's true.
I enjoyed both to their own extent. I never had a problem with either one of them.
Did you get a number?
I did not, but she did flirt with me.
Oh man,
Who Danielle Harris flirted with you?
Yes, she did.
And this was when was this? Was this not too long ago?
This was last Saturday.
Real? Oh,
Yeah.
she's married. I guess that.
She is married, so I respected that. My mom asked me that. She's like, "Did you get her number?" I'm like, "She's married with 2 kids. I do not have a chance."
You never know, unfortunately.
No,
Even-
I think she's in a good position there, and everything's good. So I'm happy for her. Because for the longest time, she wasn't married. She only got married, I think, about 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, she was. I know that she had that stalker dude kind of mess her social life up. I believe she was even on
Yeah.
Dr. Phil.
Man,
She's
that
still
would-
hot.
Oh my
Yeah,
God! And their pictures do not do that woman justice. She is way more attractive in person.
I'm sure she is. I just wish she didn't have to tat herself up so badly.
I don't mind.
Yeah.
It's not on her face, so it's okay.
Okay, let's. Yeah, at least it's not in the face yet. So yeah.
Because
I'm sorry.
I handed my phone to the guy. I said, "We ain't doing no selfie. I'm too ugly for that." And she's like, "No, you're not." I'm like, "Okay, I see where you're going." But I had to play it cool. I got to be like Van Damme. I got to be cool.
Yeah, I didn't know what to say. Like when I met her, I was being egged on too. So I'm like trying to.
And I got mad because the dude behind me kept talking to her. I'm like, no, I'm talking to her right now. You can wait a minute. I'm like, what the hell? And then he was like asking about her kids, and I'm like, all right, that's kind of weird.
That's personal.
Yeah, I don't do that when I meet.
Hey, I wonder if Danielle Harris knows anything about Star Wars. I mean, what is she? Has anyone ever asked her that? What she thinks about Star Wars in general?
I'm sure somebody's asked her, not me, but.
Or what are her thoughts on the Halloween franchise having Jamie Lee Curtis come back and she's not in the films? You know.
Well, she's been very vocal about that.
Well, I know that I think she's mentioned she wanted to be at least be a part of them.
Yeah,
but
she's been very vocal about that since the 2018 movie came out. And I mean, I don't blame her because she was a huge part of that franchise. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
But just let it go. Let it die. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
Just stop.
Well, here's some random questions here we got from
Dusk Till Dawn, definitely. I like
Yeah, I haven't seen that
Desperado, but From Dusk Till Dawn is just an insane movie.
Yeah. My wife saw it for the first time the other day, and she was like, yes.
Yeah, definitely the first one's the best one for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I know that Bruce Campbell had a small cameo in the second one, I believe.
Yeah.
And then you had Tiffany Amber Thiessen, of all people, I think, was in it for a brief amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
But at least you also had Robert Patrick in there, too. So,
what about Stranger Boys asking?
Jason
Takes Manhattan. Even though both are not that good of movies.
Oh, you didn't care much for Jason Goes to Hell, really?
No. It's part 9, and you don't have Jason in it for most of the movie. People don't want to see that.
I need to rewatch him again.
And then he has a sister, and then a niece, and a grandniece out of nowhere. You wait till part 9 to do this?
Yeah. I'll say this. I definitely don't hate Jason Takes Manhattan. I thought it was a fun film for sure. I mean, even if it didn't take
both.
Yeah, I didn't mind. Well, I have to watch part 9 again because I haven't watched that for quite some time. I think I kind of.
Manhattan was good though. With the fucking ghetto blaster.
It could have been better if Paramount let them have the money they were supposed to have.
Mm-hmm.
It still made money. Like, it's not like it didn't make any money.
Right.
Whatever.
I'm going to definitely rewatch them again for the month of October.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
H2O or Halloween.
Definitely H2O.
H2O.
H2O. Even though I didn't mind Halloween 2018. It's not perfect, no, but
H2O is just Scream with Michael Myers.
Beetlejuice. Friday 5, Elm Street 5, Halloween 5.
Elm Street 5, whatever.
Yeah, Elm Street 5. Kind of a toss-up between Friday. Well, I guess if you like in terms of kills, you probably like Friday 5, then Halloween 5.
Friday 5, Halloween 5, Elm Street 5. And I know people, you don't like Jason Goes to Hell, but you like part 5 because it's an imposter.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone asked about that Victor Miller lawsuit. I heard he actually won, unfortunately.
He did win the lawsuit, yeah.
And I heard that he barely really wrote anything to the original script.
He didn't. The only thing he came up with was the name, Jason, because it was his son's name, I think. That's the only thing he came up with.
Wow.
So we're probably not going to have another Friday 13th for God knows how long, right?
We will. The price will be right. Trust me.
Money talks and bullshit
walks. Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. Yeah.
How can bullshit walk?
That's slang, right?
Huh?
Oh, no. Is that slang?
Yeah.
Like twins.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that whole situation with Danielle Harris was so stupid. But I understand her standpoint because she's like, "Why is my uncle impregnating me?" And like,
Yeah.
She basically said
get
that
it.
these people didn't know Halloween at all, and the fact
Exactly.
that it cost so much money to get her emancipated, and she was only gonna get $1,000 after spending like $4 or $5 grand to get it all done.
Yeah, and it wasn't like she was demanding anything. She only wanted the money that she put out to get emancipated, which is completely understandable.
Yeah,
Because it was not cheap to do that.
Yeah, I imagine it wasn't. And plus, the secretary who basically said that she was a scaled character, that pretty much, from what I understood, is what put her off for doing the film for good. And so, yeah.
But honestly, I'm glad that it didn't happen because the way that the character, in either version,
Yeah.
is stupid. Either version, how the character dies is stupid. So I'm glad that Danielle Harris didn't have to go through that because it was disrespectful.
Whose idea was it to even write this script? I mean,
Daniel Farron's because he's a weirdo.
Did you guys do that?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, you go first.
Because in the original script, Jamie lasted till the end of the movie, and then she dies fighting Michael Myers. I'm like, okay, that's fine because it's heroic. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I get stabbed in a barn, and in the other version, I get stabbed and I end up in the hospital, and then I get shot in the head for no reason. So yeah.
Yeah.
Does that make it's so stupid.
I don't know if she got I don't know if she got shoved in this like equipment machine. That's what happened.
Yeah, because that makes sense. Just like let's kill Rachel in the first 15 minutes of Halloween 5.
Yeah, I know that. I'm guessing what's her face. Ellie Cornell was definitely not happy with that at all. So
no, because originally she was going to get stabbed in the throat and all this.
Yeah, with scissors.
Shoot out, and she's like, "We're not doing that." They're like, "Okay."
Yeah, they changed it to where she got stabbed in the shoulder or something like that. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
And when you watch it, it's completely fake. You can clearly see that it's fake.
Yeah.
Same with later in the movie when Tina gets killed. It's a rubber knife because when he stabs her, the knife bends. You can clearly see it's rubber. I'm like, come on now.
Wow. I honestly, who's at fault was probably. Would you say it was maybe Mustafa Akid that probably was at fault for this in a way?
Well, for 5, yeah, because they rushed into it without a script or anything. And then part 5, that was the first like studio Halloween movie, so the Weinsteins had a lot to do with that. So yeah. And that was the thing. Daniel Farron said that the Weinsteins interfered a lot on that movie, which is not a surprise because every movie that they made, they interfered on.
Yeah, they really messed up. They really messed up Wes Craven's Curse for sure.
Yep.
It could have been so much better because they had, Rick Baker working on it. And then, of course, whenever things changed, I think they brought someone else. I think they brought in like K&B or something like that. Then even their effects got replaced with CGI. It's like the Thing prequel over again.
Yeah. Well, apparently Wes Craven's version exists.
Yeah, at least 90% of it, I believe.
And I heard that somebody was trying to release it, but I don't know beyond that.
It's a big opportunity for Screen Factory or someone to get a hold of it.
Exactly. I mean, they did Nightbreed, so
yeah. They couldn't get the director's cut of Event Horizon, which is disappointing.
Nightbreed's on my watch list.
I never seen the movie,
but it was the tape was deteriorated to do anything with it. So at least they tried.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. Friday 5 has so many fun
and a couple of nice looking naked chicks for sure.
Yeah, a lot of
that.
Yeah, a lot of boobs.
The best nudity in a movie ever. I challenge anyone to find a movie with better nudity.
Yeah.
I won't complain on that. So he wasn't horrible, but I can see the awkwardness in it.
I don't even remember him, honestly.
Well, the producer's cut is better. The theatrical cut, they changed everything and made him awkward. But the producer's cut, he's fine.
Yeah, he seemed a little better in that one.
And that was his first movie. He actually got the part in Clueless while they were making that movie.
I wonder what he thinks about the film now.
And Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the Super Nintendo commercial that he did. From what I heard, he enjoyed the experience.
He should have been Captain N. Judd Apatow, if you're listening right now, Captain N.
Captain.
But now for the new Halloween, they got. Yeah, are they supposed to be in Halloween Kills?
He was. They asked him to do it, but I don't think he wanted to do the movie. He said his schedule was full, but I don't think he wanted to do the movie.
That would have been nice.
And I don't blame him.
Now they got Anthony Michael Hall.
Yeah. And they did it because when they tested it, everybody hated it because he was like a wife beater and an alcoholic and all this.
Oh, damn.
But they went back and they refilmed all his stuff.
Wow.
What's going on?
With Halloween Kills, Anthony Michael Hall is playing Tommy Doyle.
Mm-hmm.
And when they tested the movie, he was like a wife beater and he was an alcoholic and all this. And then they went back and refilmed all his scenes.
Wow.
And then they actually changed, because I remember like reading what was in the test screenings, and they changed a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not watching that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. I don't care. It's not like I'm gonna watch the movie, but whatever.
I'm sure the kills will be entertaining, I guess.
Nah, I mean, everyone was like, "Oh, did you see how violent the trailer was?" I'm like, that's not what makes a movie entertaining. Is just the violence. Like,
Exactly.
What's
and the original Halloween movie was that violent.
Exactly. There was like almost no violence.
In the first movie, there's no blood.
God
Yeah.
damn.
There's not much more you can do with Michael Myers.
Yeah. And then,
Screw you.
If you look at the sequels, what was the most violent thing? In part 4, when he ripped the redneck's throat out in the truck, that was it, and it wasn't even that violent.
Do you think Friday the 13th is overrated?
The first one?
No, I wouldn't say it's overrated. I respect what it did for movies, but it's not one of my favorites. But is it overrated? In my opinion, no.
No. It's not my favorite of the series, but nowhere near that.
It definitely sets the template of slasher films for sure. So you can't argue that it wasn't overrated or horrible by any means. So yeah.
No. I like the second one more than the first one.
Yeah. Second, third, fourth.
Annoying.
When I met him, he was cool. The only thing
The first actor that portrayed Tommy Doyle?
Yeah, when I met him a number of years ago, he was nice to me. He wasn't annoying or anything. He was just mad that Paul Rudd took his spot.
Yeah, and Blast Radius is asking something about, speaking of Paul Rudd, what do you think of Ghostbusters Afterlife? I think, I don't know. I'm sure he'll do okay in that role.
There's only one way to find out if he's a Ghostbuster or not. You go see the movie.
Yeah.
I hope they make him Oscar.
I think
in the end, they throw some twist out there.
But
I mean,
wouldn't
that'd be
Oscar,
interesting.
I have the question though. Wouldn't Oscar be in the 30s now?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Paul Rudd still looks like he did in Halloween 6.
Yeah.
Paul Rudd is 50 going on 30, yeah.
Captain and
But yeah, Paul Rudd actually a couple of years ago they were doing a Halloween 6 thing at one of the conventions, and he showed up to the convention. Nobody knew he was coming.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I guess he likes. I guess he likes the movie. I don't know.
Thoughts on Tony Moran?
Fuck him.
Who's Tony Moran anyway? Tony Moran who? Who is he
what
exactly?
kind of name is Tony Moran?
I was going to ask the same question.
His sister, Erin Moran, was Chachi. They're joking on Happy Days.
Well, we just call him Chacho.
Yeah, Chacho.
Hey, just remove the A and put the O and put Tony Moran. I'll be right there.
Good God. In the original Halloween, he was Michael Myers for the 2 seconds you see his face.
That's
cool.
Okay, now I know. Okay, I was like, I've heard that name before, but wasn't sure who.
He's an idiot. Because he goes to all these conventions and he treats everybody like shit.
Oh no, not one of those guys.
Yeah. And then he, a couple months ago, he went online and said all this ridiculous, crazy shit about John Carpenter and Jamie Lee Curtis and all these other people. And everybody got mad at him. And Danielle Harris called him out, She did like a
Damn.
live stream. She did a live stream in a convention and called him out and everything. And he got all mad.
Wow.
And then he like called her up crying, apologizing to her. And all of a sudden, fuck him. He's an
Too
idiot.
little, too
what a-
late.
What a simp.
Yeah, he said like,
Soy boy.
yeah, you Nazi boy. He said like John Carpenter and Jamie Lee Curtis had like these orgies, and I'm like, where
What?
the fuck is this guy coming from? He's an idiot.
Oh,
And then apparently, like at that convention, Tyler Maine was there. Tyler Maine's a big. I wouldn't want to piss that guy off. Just saying.
Yeah.
mm.
I imagine
I've seen him in
he's a tall guy and pretty muscular, I imagine still, right?
Yeah, because he started as a wrestler before he was an actor. He was a pro wrestler.
Yeah. He got the part in X-Men as Sabretooth, which he was a pretty decent Sabretooth.
Yeah, I liked him as Sabretooth, just not as Michael Myers.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big man. I wouldn't want to make him mad.
Yeah. Especially if you saw a fat guy, he probably would just sit on you.
Yeah,
Well, I'll go on for a few more minutes here.
yeah. Tony
No, that'd be
Moran.
bad
Tony,
sim-
Tony
point.
Moran.
Yeah, Tony Moran.
Idiot.
Are you watching Halloween 2 on AMC?
Yeah, baby cakes.
Just make sure. Well, it's probably good. Probably would suck because they probably edit out the good stuff, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, it's the TV version with the alternate ending.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Features Lance Guest a little more, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Lance Guest lives. And in the comic books, they do more with that.
Nice.
The only thing that I heard bad about Mustafa Khan was John Carpenter never got paid. That was the only thing I ever heard.
Wow.
And that's why John Carpenter wanted $10 million for H2O, and they wouldn't give it to him because he actually got a lawyer and everything, and they figured out how much money he was owed. And that's all that he wanted. John Carpenter said, just pay me what you owe me. And he wouldn't do it. So John Carpenter didn't do the movie.
Seems like Mustafa Akkad has almost similarities with Menhem Golan almost in Yorm Globus and Canon.
Yeah, they never paid any money.
damn.
Ask Chuck
Imagine
Norris
having
about
killed those guys.
And Chuck Norris, what?
that. Ask Chuck Norris about not getting paid by Canon Films.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually he got paid, but
He had to wait a lot of years just to get a paycheck that he should have simply got when he was making the film.
Same with Charles Bronson. They owed Charles Bronson a lot of money.
Is that why? I'm guessing that's why their relationship badly deteriorated during the filming of Death Wish 5, or is it like before this?
It was before that. They buried
Okay.
the hatchet. He ended up getting paid, but
Wow.
it all worked out.
Ooh. Well, guys, I think I might wrap it up here because I don't want to be up so long. But we're gonna do this again because Friday I leave out, so maybe before then we'll do a big random, StreamYard live stream.
Yeah, that'll work because hopefully, knock on wood, this week my schedule will lighten up, so I should have more free time.
All right, so shoot for Thursday.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I
Something
can
like
do
that.
that.
Another live stream on Thursday?
Yeah, I believe in going out of town Friday, so why not do a big hangout Thursday night or something?
This coming Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds great. Sounds like a party.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night, and for people out there who chimed in, thank you.
So,
Bye, guys. I love all you guys.
Good seeing y'all.
And let off some steam.
there we go.
Yeah. You need to let off some steam and just chill.
Put the knife in me. See what's going on there when you turn it.
Have a good night, guys.
See ya.
Night.